What's going on, y'all? We back. Another day, another reaction, another video. I found some interesting stuff from all over the net. Interesting, that's what I meant to say. I got a puppy down here. He's eating right now, so in about 30 minutes, I think I might have walked him so he can use the restroom. He will crap in the house, and he's a big dog, a big puppy, but it's okay. He will get walked. So we're going to start it off, man. You don't have to agree with what they say in these videos, man. Just bring it like the situation. You have videos you want me to see, you know what my Discord is. It's linked in down below. What else I got to say? Happy Sunday. Yeah, man. Almost getting to the middle of the year, man. Almost over with. It'll be Halloween, Christmas, and all the other good stuff coming around the corner. I just lost 30 pounds. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Now it's time for the summer workout. Push-ups, you know, I guess. Try. I will. You know. I was 280. I'm 250 now. Jesus Christ. Whew. I didn't feel good at that weight. Everything hurt. Oh, my Lord. We're going to start it off, man. Let's go ahead and get off, man. Come on. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Black people are just like them. Because you made them exactly like you. They walk like you, they talk like you, everything they do is like you. They want to feed you so much. They love your woman more than you do. They know your mind better than you. They wear your clothes. They even learn to wear your shoes. You take them out of the jungle, and you want to make them into a man. Why couldn't they be left to be God? Why you want to make them into a man? In the jungle, they were God. Africans are smart, aren't they? See, over here, everybody thinks the old black people are just dumb old colored folks. But they're not dumb old colored folks. They're very smart. They're very aware.
Hey, man. His insanity knows no bounds. He said some poignant stuff here and there. Not accusing what he did. Because I really know. Not with that shit, but it is what it is. They knew about him, man. They knew who he was. They were watching him. They didn't just think he was that crazy. That's all. They thought he was up there getting high, writing music. Yeah, I said writing music. He wrote music. Trying to write something with the Beatles. One of them, not the Beatles, Beach Boys. What else? Yeah, the Beach Boys, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I knew that, huh? Yeah. Shit go deep, dog.
Fear is 3 times what yours is. They're very smart. They're very aware. And the capacity for fear is 3 times what yours is.
They used to meet in secret to discuss their mathematical discoveries.
Y'all see that? Come on, man.
Members were allowed to attend.
Oh, we got a good one today. Now, some people have seen this. Some of y'all haven't. I've seen it. I think y'all should be aware of this. That's why I got this video.
They had a secret emblem, the pentagram. Let's see what the topic is for today. It was our old friend Pythagoras who discovered that the pentagram was full of mathemagic. The 2 shorter lines combined exactly equal the third.
So, Pythagoras discovered the star David. Hey, what are you doing? That was already in Africa and Asia before he even got over there and discovered it had math properties to it? Or did he figure that out when somebody told him he went over there to go to school? Y'all think about it for a second. Which one sounds better? He figured it out, or what he's seeing it at all over the walls, all over the, let me think. Which one sounds better to y'all? Let me know.
And this line shows the magic proportions of the famous gold.
And that's how we get disinformation right there, things like that. But when they made the movie Cleopatra back in the 60s, with Elizabeth Taylor, who's a gorgeous, beautiful woman, but no. And Cleopatra was even that, she was, inbred a little bit. She wasn't as good, as fine as you think she was. And they showed corns of her. She was fucked up a little bit. Yeah, she kind of fucked. Maybe pretty for back then, but with the corn show, nah. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't want to spend that color. I know I'm gonna get a comment. Somebody go be. You don't know what you're talking about, brother. You want to blah 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 blah, and you don't even know what you look like. So shut up. I'm just saying what the corn looked like. I can show you the corn. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. But I don't care about that. I don't even want to get on that subject. What I'm saying is, they could have got Diana Ross to play her. They could have got Foxy Brown. What her name, man? Pam Grier. One of those would have been a better choice. Just like now with the Odyssey movie coming out, people do realize, Odysseus' wife was Ethiopian, right? You read the, you know what? I'm pretty sure on this. I read that this a long time ago since I read that shit. The Iliad and the Odyssey. So let me see real quick. Let me Google that. Man, ChatGPT probably faster, man. Why is this shit still in my motherfucking search menu? Okay, can't write up. Hey, listen to me. The Odyssey? No, I don't care about searching. Odysseus' wife. So who's the person he saved? Who was the woman Odysseus saved? No, not Athena. No. Okay. I was about the god. The god is Yoche. How do you say that bitch name? Let me see. Sometimes I could be wrong. Okay, Clito sit right, blah blah. Dina, this is part of the I had to watch it during the timer. Okay.
Golden section. The second and third lines exactly equal the fourth. Once again, we have the golden section. But this is only the beginning. Hidden within the pentagram is a secret for creating a golden rectangle, which the Greeks admired for its beautiful proportions and magic qualities. The star contains the golden rectangle many times over. It's a most remarkable shape. It can mathematically reproduce itself indefinitely. All these rectangles have exactly the same proportions. This figure also contains a magic spiral that repeats the proportions of the golden section into infinity. To the Greeks, the golden rectangle represented a mathematical law of beauty. We find it in their classical architecture. The Parthenon, perhaps one of the most famous of early Greek buildings, contains many golden rectangles. These same golden proportions are also found in their sculpture. In the centuries that followed, the golden rectangle dominated the idea of beauty in architecture throughout the Western world. The Cathedral of Notre Dame is an outstanding example. The Renaissance painters knew this secret well. Think of a pentagram, Donald. Now put another inside, a third, and a fourth. No pencil is sharp enough to draw as fine as you can think, and no paper large enough to hold your imagination. In fact, it is only in the mind that we can conceive infinity. Mathematical thinking has opened the doors to the exciting adventures of science.
I'll be door. I'm gonna shoot so many doors before.
Each discovery leads to many others, an endless chain.
What's the matter with these doors? Hey, these doors won't open. They're locked.
Of course they are locked. These are the doors of the future, and the key is...
Mathematics.
Right. Mathematics. The boundless treasures of science are locked behind those doors. In time, they will be opened by the curious and inquiring minds of future generations.
This is what 40,000 child slaves look like by working in the cobalt mines of Congo. They also working in coltan mines and diamond mines as well. 2 quick facts. According to the global data, the Democratic Republic of Congo is the world's 4th largest producer of diamonds in 2022. Second fact, the rechargeable batteries to the smartphones, the computers, the electric vehicles, and the vapes are frequently powered by cobalt mined by workers laboring in slave-like conditions in the Democratic Republic of Congo. A lot of folks assume that if they lived back in the plantation times of America, they wouldn't be complicit of the plantation. But just like so many people was consuming tea and sugar and wearing their cotton out of luxury and comfort, a lot of us...
See, that's something that the whole world needs, so they don't mind that. When the whole world needs something, then that don't matter. But since the whole world needs everything from one continent, it seems like nowhere else. Everything comes from there, it seems like they just want to take from that one continent. And that continent only. How do you know that shit was there? Like somebody went there a long time ago and found out it was there, or like some adventurer back in the day. We had this. They got this magnetic black rock. They call it. Well, that'll get out. I guess it will. I guess that will get out pretty fast. Okay, y'all keep going, y'all.
Use these old devices are also complicit in the modern day slavery happening in the Congo. In this next clip I'm finna play, watch the subtitles of what this Congolese woman is telling you and putting it into context.
I just could not live beside them. I don't feel that they should be oppressed. But I moved here. One of the main reasons was because it was a white community. And that's the only place I intend to live. If I have to leave Levittown, I will do so.
Personally, my home life, it has an effect nothing whatsoever. But on the neighbors, they have a right. Because the average white person living in Levittown has 4 and 5 children. Well, let's put it this way. If the Levittown is migrated in hordes of Negroes, which they have a right to come here, but if something that happens that way, pretty soon my neighbor will be having a Negro son-in-law or a daughter-in-law.
Now, that was the 1950s Levittown, Pennsylvania. This country will have us believe that that was so far in the past that those people just disappeared.
Oh, they still here. They taught their kids. But at some form or another, we all racist a little bit, or a little prejudiced. I ain't gonna say racist, because we can't be racist, but you know, we can't hold anybody back. We can't stop your progression in life. But we all have certain prejudices, you know, little bigotry thoughts here, big, we know. I know I have them sometimes. I tell my white friends, that's how I think, how I feel. And then we talk about it. Then we come to somewhere in the middle sometimes. I see shit from a whole global scale sometimes. Stop. Bad dog, stop. He's chewing on my desk. Oh my God. I gave him a whole big bone yesterday, man. He chewed the whole thing up in one day. It's gone. I don't know what happened to it. But let's continue, man.
Now, a lot of folks say it's more about class and less about race, but we see an example right there that when 1957, even if you had enough class status to be able to live in a neighborhood with those folks in Levittown, they didn't believe you was worthy enough regardless of your job. I just could not live by them. I don't think they should be oppressed, but I can't live by them. That sounds like a lot of good liberals and conservatives of today's time. The same speaking points. Think about it though. The suburbs of today was created back then in a
Boys in the Hood is the greatest black movie ever made to tell our experience. Okay, in that movie, John Singer put a nugget in there that we all missed, right? The most gangsterest part in that movie is when Trey said, "Let me out." And Doughboy let him out.
Let me out.
Let him out. Didn't argue with him. Listen, didn't tell him he was a mark. Didn't say he was a buster. Pulled over and let his homeboy out the car. And that's the problem in our society. We gotta let people out. He let that man out, man. That's the most gangster thing that was done, but we missed that. You know what I'm saying? We want to take a nigga with us who don't want to go. Or we want to take a nigga with us who playing like he want to go.
Now wait a minute, Kryptonite. I gotta ask, because back then the whole mindset of a gang was blood in, blood out. You get jumped in, and ain't no walking away from your set.
That's what made that scene so gangster.
So
do you hear what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You gotta do something nobody else gonna do. Gangster, replace gangster with warrior, right? Yeah. You gotta be man enough to say no.
Do you think that there was some level of regret on his approach? And maybe
Every
he would have
leader
wished
is going to have some level of regret.
Okay.
I'm going to have it. Garvey had it. King had it. We're going to have it. But let me give you this piece, because I think this will be going. After Malcolm is assassinated, February 21st, 1965, Dr. King goes to Jamaica to visit the Garveyites. He goes to the land of Marcus Garvey. He visits the grave. He credits Garvey as being one of the greatest of all time. He comes back, he starts speaking like Malcolm.
Different. Yes, indeed.
Dr. King wasn't assassinated. For integration.
Nope. He was
Dr. King was
assassinated 'cause he
assassinated
started
for
the
economic revolution.
Yes.
Right. Why did they kill Dr. King in Memphis? Dr. King had to die in Memphis because the next week, where was he headed? Washington, D.C. to lead what? Breadbasket campaign. He was taking poor Americans to the nation's capital, and no one was going to leave until everybody had a house and a job. It was economic revolution. He would have embarrassed the American government, and that's why he died. He died for economic revolution, not civil rights.
He started this.
But they only give you civil rights king.
And
they never give you economic revolution.
They give you the
king.
turn your cheek king,
Absolutely.
as opposed to the one that started.
Show me a speech where Dr. King said we shouldn't have our own communities. Show me a speech where Dr. King said we shouldn't have our own schools. Show me a speech where Dr. King ever said Black America shouldn't have its own independent infrastructure. He never said that. We put that on him because we don't want to take responsibility for the fact that we the ones who broke his dream and turned it into a nightmare, not him.
So you with segregation?
No, I'm with independence, and I'm going to give you the difference. Black people are already segregated. Why do I need to push segregation? Our children go to schools that are at least 85% all black. Why do I need to push segregation? In the ghetto, prior to gentrification, that is, and even if you look at the new ghettos they're creating as a result of gentrification, our people are normally 85% of where they live at. Black people are already segregated. The only reason why you interact with white folks is because you don't have your own institutions and resources. You got to deal with white folks because you need their job, their hospital.
But every time we did get our own institutions, they burnt it down anyway. I don't think it'll happen now. But we been so ingrained to this system to where we can't get out of it. We too deep. It's too easy to make a little dollar, eat McDonald's every day, buy Jordans and whatever. Like, so, you know, it is what it is.
Their housing, their public transportation. We need what they have. That's the only reason why we interact with white folks. If we had our own, there would be no interaction. So for me, it's futile and useless to push segregation until there's independence. Independence, Joe, means your own institutions. So when I talk to brothers and sisters who say, Dr. Umar, we need to separate. Give black people something to separate too. It's useless to talk about separation if you ain't got no damn schools, no jobs, no homes, no food. Separate and go where if you ain't got nothing for them. If you create that independent black Wall Street that we used to have back in the days of Garvey, black people will voluntarily give up on the white power structure, but we ain't got nothing for our people.
Well, doesn't
Let me ask you a question.
Hold up, but doesn't that contradict?
It contradicts it.
Earlier you said that there are so many blacks that are just dying for the acceptance of white people and to sit at that white table.
Absolutely.
Doesn't that contradict that?
Does what contradict that?
If we had our own independent institutions where we go to our bank, to our and get our food or whatever,
sir.
What is stopping 40% of black people from alienating that and going to wherever the white people are?
You just made a blood libel against the Jewish state. Dresden was 1,000 Lancaster bombers over 2 nights. I am asking you.
Look, prior to October 7th, I don't think many people were engaged with what is happening in Israel. You know, we kind of all said the same thing. Israel is our friend and ally. I count myself among those people. Post October 7th, the world, and especially I would say Zionists in media, were demanding that we all pay attention. And when we began to pay attention, we didn't like what we saw. You cannot tell me to ever feel comfortable with 18,000 children being ruthlessly murdered. You can't get me to feel comfortable as a Christian with the amount of more explosives dropped, tons of explosives dropped on Gaza than were dropped in Hiroshima. This doesn't make sense to me. Gaza is 30 miles long, 7 miles wide. It's incredibly dense population. And this is, by the way, according to Haaretz, that 40,000 Palestinians have been murdered. I believe they're getting those numbers from the Gaza Health Ministry. And here's what I would like to say to you, Rabbi, since you're quoting scripture, okay? The one that's relevant to me is, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. And if you'd like to dive into a little more scripture, I think what's relevant is Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. And I'm speaking directly to you, Rabbi Shmuley. The fact that you would try to say, I am Jewish, and this is what I believe, and do and say the things that you are doing. People can see and hear evil, and what you are doing right now is an act of evil. The lies that you are telling, not just on me, but also on my family members, are a good example for the world to see what we are referring to when we call something radical Zionism.
Okay, Rabbi Shmuley. Okay, and okay, thank you. And of course, Pierce, there was nothing ad hominem about my being demonic. This is a 2 against 1 debate. I expected that. And
it's not a 2 against 1 debate.
And I will, excuse me, no, it's a 2 against 1 debate.
You've made no attempt to answer my question.
No, Pierce,
Candace,
let me
Candace has been trying to answer
Candace
my question.
Just said,
you're not.
Candace just said, Candace, filth, demonic, there's nothing ad hominem about that. You are correct. You're right, Pierce. Candace Owens just said that Israel dropped more bombs on Gaza than on Hiroshima. Hiroshima was an atomic bomb, Candace. You know, why don't you just read Wikipedia? Israel has nuclear weapons. They've never used them, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Now let's look at Israel's justified defense. Israel admits, and even Hamas admits, to a 1-to-1 civilian to combatant ratio of civilian casualties, which is a tragedy. It shouldn't even be 1. But remember, Hamas fires their rockets from nurseries. The United States and Afghanistan had a 4-to-1 ratio of civilians murdered for every 1 combatant.
What were they hiding on this album cover? Check this out, y'all. Take a look at this. This is a cover from the band Earth, Wind, and Fire. I know a lot of you have heard of them. I've been doing a deep dive on them ever since listening to their song and understanding the hidden esoteric secrets that are woven in the lyrics. And so now I've been looking at them through a new light. Now take a look at this album cover and let's see what we can find. Let's take a closer look at what's actually happening. What's everybody doing? First off, look at this guy all the way in the back here. You see?
I need to come over and do a video, so I might do it. I'm going to do another one, but I got to find the content first, I guess.
This man here, and he's projecting his hands down. And here at the very bottom, you have a man locking it in. Do you know what that could be? My friends, you are looking at the order of manifestation. How a unified consciousness, or the Father, so to speak, projects energy downwards, so to speak, to become manifest reality. But let me stop, because if I say Father creating reality, you're going to think of an externalized God, a God that's outside of you. But what you will soon find out is that these are 3 different modes of the very same thing. Now we're going to get super freaky and show you guys that these guys knew their shit. Alright, let's get into it. I've removed the background so you can see what happens when you superimpose these 2 images. Alright, I've taken this image and flattened it out to match their orientation, and look at that. Oh yes. It almost matches up perfectly. Look at that, people. Look at that. Homeboy over here, hiya. Homeboy over here, hiya. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So, we talked earlier and showed how this was the process of manifestation. When we look at it from the perspective of the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, it tells another story. And it explains why homeboy down here has his hands locked like that. Okay? So
yeah, that's that same kind of symbol almost.
So what do we have here at the top?
Something like that almost.
There's an invisible boundary.
I found this one day walking.
This is
I like that.
Ein Sof Or.
I really like that.
This is the limitless light. Okay, this is the aspect of the universal God consciousness that is non-physical. Okay, and it's unmanifest. That's the most important part. It's unmanifest. That's what I meant. Crown Kether is the unmanifest all made manifest. So this is when God says, aha, I want to appear in real life. Do y'all see me? Okay? This whole tree of life, you can look at it as a circulatory system of consciousness, of how consciousness comes into form. At the very bottom, you have the kingdom, Malkuth. This is earth. This is homeboy with his hands locked together. The manifest reality, physical manifest reality of earth. The very top along this axis.
Well, everything lining up to me, y'all, so I don't know. But y'all tell me, comment down below. I tell y'all to comment, man, so we can build some dialogue up. I appreciate y'all watching, the people that do watch. I would, if y'all could just hit the like button, man, and share them, you know, with other people, you know. Even if they don't watch it, you can still share it for me. I really appreciate that. Or give me a like. It's so easy. I know y'all watch a lot of videos, man. Actually do the same thing. You don't make the videos, you know how important that. One like click is that one click. That one like button does wonders for us. The more likes we get, the more people it goes to, which generates more views for us. So please hit the like button. Thank you.
You have Ein Sof R, so you can see the direct line of manifestation, how the all is in all, but different manifestation levels of the same thing. Now, interesting thing here you have in the middle, this is Tiphareth, beauty. This is often associated with Christ consciousness, the Logos. This is the manifest potentiality of all that can be. This is when that same potentiality becomes self-aware, the sun, awareness. This is when that awareness descends into form, kingdom, Malkuth, earth, physical reality. So now we look at this again, and what do we see Earth, Wind, and Fire doing? Oh, we got your ass now. Check it out. We have our homeboy up here, crown, projecting. Look at the directions that he's projecting, y'all, left and right. Just as he's doing right here. We even have these four, 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? All right? You have the sun in the center, the beauty, self-awareness, the self-aware aspect of consciousness descending. Homeboy right here, pointing right down to where? They were on their shit, people. They knew their shit. I see you. I see you. Now, I almost forgot. What about these guys over here? Can't forget about them. Top right, wisdom. Top left, understanding, binah. Chokhmah and binah. Now, even their names tell you what their purpose is. Wisdom, think about it. Does wisdom go outward or inward? Yes, it is applied. Wisdom is something you apply. It's something that you project. Understanding, does it go outward or inward? It's something that you receive. It's a passive state of being. My friends, one of the biggest secrets of reality is hidden in this picture and in this. That all of reality is the process of an unmanifest God becoming, splitting, and rejoining by its projective masculine force penetrating its receptive feminine force in order to become. It becomes at different levels. Uh-oh. Do y'all see it? Do y'all see that shape that's being made? I might just have to pop this one on the screen. It becomes at different levels as it descends down the spiral into the world of doing. This is both showing you how energy comes from the unmanifest all into the world of doing, and also lets you know what is happening to the energy itself. They're two sides of the same thing.
let's have an adult conversation. I'm gonna ask a serious question. Who did he piss off? What did he finally do?
I keep saying that so many times. I'm tell you what he did. He tried to get a black caucus started in the government. That was like the final straw. But on pissing off the people who own the liquor company, they own that. They own Patron. They own a whole bunch of shit. All right. And he got some money from them. They owe some money. He sued them. And yeah.
For people to take action. I am 26 years old. And growing up within the black community and growing up with black media and black family members and black friends, the conversation about Diddy has always been bad. It has always been bad. It's a lot of like the R. Kelly situation. If you watch my R. Kelly video, I say the same exact thing. Because the shit that they're doing, and for how long they were doing it, and for how many people have corroborating stories, eyewitness testimonies and accounts, nothing ever happened. Nothing was ever done. So who did he piss off? What happened behind the scenes? Is he Icarus? Did he fly too close to the sun? Was he trying to get into rooms where even he wasn't allowed to get into? What really happened? My point being is, because just like R. Kelly, when you hear that they got arrested, your first reaction is not, wow, they got arrested. It's, they really got arrested? Like, they actually got caught for the shit that everybody knew that they were doing? Like, despite the overwhelming...
See what I'm talking about? Forget that. Like I said, I do this all the time. Thank y'all for watching, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a good night. Be safe. Be blessed. Comment down below. You know, send it to your friends, co-workers, family members, high school crushes. I don't know. Send it to everybody. Some things they might agree with, some things they might not agree with. But that's what we're here for. We're here to, you know, to build dialogue and talk about certain things. You know, we're growing slowly, y'all. I see y'all coming. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Yeah, have a good night, man. Y'all be safe. Take care. Another one coming. I'm doing. Right now, I'm on a mission, so I'm trying to do like 11 a week. I normally do 8, 9, 10 a week. I've been doing 11 for the past 3 weeks, so I've been pretty on schedule. So y'all just buckle up, man. Y'all take care, man. Y'all be safe.